Hello, g'day guys, Dave here from GuitarZero2Hero, and welcome to this live stream and also the giveaway announcement where I'll be announcing all the winners for the recent giveaway that I announced in the 1 million subscriber video. So, first off, I just want to say a massive thank you again for everyone who has subscribed, liked, or watched my videos. It's pretty crazy to look back and think of how far I've come. So thank you so much for your support, and I hope that all you guys have learnt a thing or two from GuitarZero2Hero. Good to see some people here: Zach, Radu, Mayers, Jonah, Aimbia, It's Space Time, Nathan, Miss Mitzalinio. Good to see everyone here. So this is a good chance for you guys to ask me any questions you want, because right now we're live. So if you have any questions for me right up front, then you're welcome to go for it. There's a lot happening on the chat right now, so obviously I probably won't be able to get to everyone. But if there is a question or two that pops up, I'll try my best to answer them. But first off, in regards to the prizes, no, the winners have not been notified yet. So I'll be announcing the winners live here. And then afterwards, I'll also contact you via email if you are a winner. But we had over 5,000 entries, which is a lot. And it was really great reading through all your responses and trying to get a better feel for how you guys have been learning guitar and anything that you've been struggling with. Oh my God, thank you so much, Privé. Really appreciate the donation, thank you. So let's start off with, I'll announce 4 of the giveaways, for the prizes, and then I'll answer a few questions, and then we'll swing back around and announce the last few prizes. Got some questions here. Are there some Machine Gun Kelly tutorials coming in the future? I love Machine Gun Kelly. Perhaps, maybe for the stuff on his new album. When he releases his new album, I'll probably take a look at some of those. Who's my favorite singer? My favorite singer, ooh, that's a tough one. My favorite artist in general is probably John Mayer. But, if I could sing like a person, if there's a voice that I listen to and I'm like, holy crap, that's amazing. It's probably Chris Cornell, rest in peace, from Soundgarden and Audio Slave. I wish he was still around. His voice is just incredible. If I could sing like someone, probably be Chris Cornell. What's your favorite place you've been to? My favorite place is Iceland. Yeah, I've been to Iceland. I went to Iceland like 6 years ago. It was the most beautiful place I've ever been. I also really like France as well. I've got a soft spot for France. So yeah. Ooh, a lot of questions here. Have you played Perfect to your girlfriend? No, I have played Grow Old With You for she's actually my wife now. But I played Grow Old With You for my wife, and that was really nice. Have you ever been to Italy? I have been to Italy. I love Italy. Beautiful place, awesome food, great people. Okay, let's talk about, let's announce some of the prizes. So I'll announce 4 prizes, then I'll go back to the Q&A and then come back to the last 5 prizes. So the first prize, which was the Lego Fender set, which is so fun to build, by the way. All right, drum roll. All right, the winner is Paul Alrdrin, and the last part of your email, Paul, is enriquez@gmail.com. So you are the winner of the Lego Fender set. Well done. I'll be contacting you afterwards. All right, the next giveaway prize is the Journey Instruments OF422 Canon, the Journey Instruments OF422 travel guitar. And the winner is Ryan Macloud. And the last part of your email is macloud@gmail.com. So you are the winner. I'll be contacting you afterwards. Next up is the $100 Amazon gift voucher. And the winner is, it's Dritish Mukherjee. I think I've pronounced it right. I do apologize if I've pronounced that incorrectly, but the last part of your email is, I think it's 18@gmail.com. So I'm obviously not saying the full emails here just for privacy's sake, but yeah, Dritish Mukherjee, you won the gift voucher. And the next prize we're going to announce is the 3 sets of Elixir strings. And the winner there is Vanessa Gundlach. And the last part of your email is cuser@gmail.com. So that's it for the first 4 prizes, and congrats, guys. Again, I am so thankful for everyone who entered. If you haven't won, then there is always next time, and I hope my tutorials are enough to satisfy you. But anyway. Cool. Let's go back to some questions. So if you have any questions for me, then please, can I play something right now? Oh, I'll tell you what, one of my favorite songs to play, and I've been meaning to teach this lately. I've had so much stuff going on, is Cannonball by Damien Rice. Sorry, my guitar's a little out of tune here. Yeah, it's out of tune, but hang on, let me tune up in a sec. Until then, I'll answer some questions. Have you ever been to Brazil? No, I haven't been to Brazil. I'd love to go there. What's your honest opinion of the Positive Grid Spark? The Positive Grid Spark is actually awesome. It's I've said it before in a video, but it is the best practice amp that you can get. So I would definitely recommend the Positive Grid Spark to anyone who's looking for a practice amp. Sorry. What shampoo do I use? I actually don't know. I don't have a crazy shampoo regime, so recommend me your t-shirt. Black. What's the brand? My t-shirt is this one that I'm wearing right now is it's Uniqlo. So I've just started wearing Uniqlo t-shirts, and I'm sure you guys are aware, but I wear the same black t-shirt all the time. I'm not too extravagant when it comes to my wardrobe choices. I like to keep things simple, blue jeans, black top. It's one less thing to worry about in the morning. How do you get comfortable playing in front of people? The only way to get comfortable playing in front of people is to do it more often. The first time that you play, few times you play in front of people, you're going to be nervous, and that's just the reality of it. It's a bit like public speaking. There is a little bit, you feel a lot of pressure being up there in front of people. You feel like you're being judged, but honestly, the more you do it, the easier it'll get. And you just need to think, you're very brave by playing in front of people. And if anyone's going to judge you, then they probably can't do any better. You'd love to see them go up and have a shot. Haters gonna hate. Just go out there, have fun is the main thing, and do it more often, and you will get more comfortable playing in front of people. How's the tutorial for slow dancing in a burning room going? Okay, I've been putting this one off for so long because I want to make it super special. I want to really nail it, and I want to do a few different versions of the tutorial, like an acoustic version, the electric version, the live version. So it will be coming next year. Yeah, eventually. Okay. Got a lot of comments here. Have you ever been to Russia? I have not been to Russia. Russia is definitely somewhere that I want to go. Cool. Is playing the G chord with your 2, 3, and 4 finger too weird? No. Like playing your G chord like this is fine. I think the type of G chord that you play is contextual, right? Like some people, like I tend to teach this G chord a lot more often because it's just good for the singer-songwriter chords, right? Where you can just plant these 2 fingers. But you can play this one because this G chord works really well in the key of G. In the key of C. There's nothing wrong with that. But if I was playing like Wonderwall, then I probably wouldn't use this G because then you need to take that finger down there. So it's all contextual. The G chord that you play depends on, the chords around it, what's easier to get to. But at the end of the day, that G chord is the same as this G chord, just with, one minor tweak, but they're more or less the same thing. Can you teach me Stop This Train? Stop This Train. Hopefully, I'll do a lesson for that in the future. There is one stretch on that song that is ridiculous. It goes like this. It's the verse, right? Hang on. Something like that, yeah. That's a crazy stretch, but I'll tell you what, you know how John Mayer plays this? With his thumb. He does this. Are you kidding? I mean, I can barely get there, but that just goes to show how big John Mayer's thumbs are. Why Georgia is a good one. Cool. More exercises on how to practice fingerstyle. All right, well, when you learn fingerstyle, I don't think you should jump into the deep end. Now, I'm by no means like a fingerstyle expert, but I can play some like sort of intermediate to beginner pieces. I'm not crazy like Mike Dawes doing all this tapping stuff. He is incredible, by the way. But when it comes to fingerstyle, don't throw yourself in the deep end. I think you should just really start with learning simple fingerpicking songs. Stuff like Dust in the Wind or Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Just really simple fingerpicking songs just to get your hand going and your fingers independent of one another. The more you do that, you just got to build up in skill level, right? You can't just go from here to here. Definitely learn fingerstyle, finger picking songs that are a bit more easy, and then work your way up to fingerstyle, because fingerstyle is a whole different animal because a lot of it comes down to timing. What is the best tip that you would give to new guitarists? All right, the best tip is to use a metronome, all right, and learn about rhythm. Okay, so now the best metronome is the Soundbrenner metronome app, right? So this is completely free, but there's plenty of metronome apps out there. But if you, with metronomes, guitar is all about rhythm, to be honest. And being a muso in general is about being able to understand rhythm. If you don't have a sense of rhythm, yes, you can get by playing by yourself in a way, but even then you'll struggle a little bit. So if you want to be able to play with others, to be able to play with songs, you need to understand rhythm. And so that's something you should just Google up, understanding what a quarter note is, an eighth note, 16th note, and then trying to apply that to guitar. Because I'll tell you what, every single strumming pattern that I teach is either a 16th note strumming pattern or 8th note strumming pattern. What I mean by that is that, let me play a metronome click here. So this is quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, if I was to play an 8th note strumming pattern, it'd be half of that. Like, so I'd have to subdivide these beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So every single strumming pattern I teach is based off that. And then what you do is you just take some strums out to create a different sort of pattern, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Notice how I just took one strum out and it changed the feel entirely. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And then, so that's 8th notes, and then you got to understand 16th notes, so you got to divide that again. So that's 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Anyway, I'm not going to get too much into it because that's like, I could talk about that for a whole hour, but yeah, for beginners, learning about rhythm, using a metronome whilst playing, and there's an app called Rhythm Trainer as well. So there's an app called Rhythm Trainer. I really highly recommend it. It's only... I think it's free, but if you pay, you can get like unlimited access. But that's a really good... what's my favorite breakfast item? Oh, I don't even eat breakfast, to be honest. But if I had to choose, it'd be a Macca's McMuffin. Anyway, back to rhythm. Yes, learn rhythm as a beginner, and that will really help you in practicing with a metronome. Okay, I'm just answering some questions at the moment. I've already announced the first 4 prizes. I will announce the last five prizes later on. But you know, I'm just having a lot of fun answering these questions right now. What microphone do I use? This is a Rode NTG 3. I use that as a mic, and I also have a Rode NT1 here, which I use in the videos in front of the guitar. Will you... A lot of questions coming here. Do you have any videos of when you played with 30 Seconds to Mars? Yes, I have. I have the full video of that performance, which is pretty. I mean, it's not the best quality, but it's pretty cool. It's a good memory for me to look back on. How long have you been playing the guitar? Since I was 14, and I'm 32 now. So, what's that? Almost, oh my God, almost 18 years or 18 years. That is crazy. How do you know what chord you're playing? Like D sus4, C/G. I have a hard time understanding the naming thing. All right, well, now like a D sus4 is just a D chord, but instead of the major third, it's like a 4. So chords are not as complicated as you think. They just are all derived from formulas. So if you understand the formula, then you can kind of come up with any chord, right? So if we use a D major scale, I'm just going to do a really quick explanation because there's a lot of questions here. D major scales like that, right? So if we have notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this, you know, in our scale degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to D. A D major scale, a D major chord is made up the 1 major third and the 5th. So 1, 3, 5, all right? Now, if you can stack those notes in any order, so the D, the F sharp, and the A, and that will create a D chord. So D, A, D, F sharp. That's a D major chord, all right? What is a D sus4 chord? Well, it's instead of the major third, we're using the 4, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right? So I get 1, and 5. So that's notes D, G, and then A. So when you look at a D sus4 chord, it's D, A, D, G. So that's D sus4. So that the same thing kind of applies to a lot of other chords, right? Just understand their formula, and then you can sort of like, you can basically derive them from just the major scale of, you know, like a D minor chord is 1 flat 3, 5. So that's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flat 3 means down 1 note from that. So it's flat third, 1, flat third, 5. So you have a D, an F, and an A. And that's how you get a D minor chord. So D, A, D, F, D minor. That's my really brief overview of how chords are named. But I would say as a beginner, don't stress too much about that. Just try understanding the shapes first. And then once you get comfortable actually playing them, then you can learn the theory behind them. What do you think about classical music? I love classical music. It's really relaxing to listen to, but I'm not much of a classical guitarist. Do you write any music? Yeah, I've been a part of a few bands. So if you look up the Native Architects, that's probably Mayfire was the latest band I was in. So I was a part of that band and we wrote some songs together. And before that, the Native Architects was a band that I was in, and you can look that up on Spotify, and yeah, that's stuff that I've written. Can you teach Scar Tissue on the electric guitar? Scar Tissue is awesome. I love that song. Something like that. I don't know. I haven't actually played it in a long time. But yeah, that's a great song. I will do that in the future. What's your favorite guitar to play? Oh, that's just a hard one. This is one of my favorite guitars to play. They all have a different purpose. So yeah, I would say there's not one guitar that's my favorite. But anyway, yes. 21 Pilots, yeah, I'm not planning on doing any 21 Pilots at the moment. I don't know too much of their stuff. Wow, there's a lot of comments here. We'll be getting more Jack Johnson, perhaps. Can you just give me some tips? I started a year ago and just uploaded my first cover. Well, my tip is just to keep doing it. Recording yourself and doing covers is like amazing for your progression, because you can see what you're doing. So, and I would suggest that for everyone who's learning out there. Take your camera out and film yourself playing. Even if you don't want to upload it, film yourself playing every now and then, and you'll learn a lot from that. And an easy way to film yourself, and this is one tip that I learned from Paul Davids. He's an amazing YouTuber. If you have a capo, just clip it to your phone like this, and then all of a sudden you got a phone stand, and then you can just film yourself really simply. So that's a great tip. Will you do any more Dean Lewis, perhaps in the future? Yeah. You inspired me to buy a Cold Clark. Oh, that's awesome, Fox. I hope you enjoyed it. Cold Clarks are great, sustainable woods. They're doing great things and Australian made. Tips to learn bar chords. All right, let's talk about bar chords for a sec. And I think a lot of people might like this. Bar chords, all right. F bar chord is the one that's gonna piss people off the most. One of my biggest tips is for people not to get too caught up in trying to get it perfect straight away. I think if you can get the F power chord, so these first 3 notes, then that's going to get you 70% of the way of playing, you know, that F chord. The power chord is so important, and once you can do that, then you can introduce this finger, and then once you get good at that, you can get the second and first strings. But a couple of other tips would be, one, don't have your thumb up here. If you have your thumb up there, it's going to be really tricky. So thumb behind the neck, well and truly. And then also don't twist your wrist like this. If you twist your wrist like this, you're gonna hurt yourself. So try to have as straight of a wrist as possible. Maybe even a bit of a bend is okay. But really the main thing is to just focus on this power chord first. And because, you know, listen to this difference, right? That's using just the power chord. And this is, that's the full bar chord. And there's not that much of a difference. So focus on the power chord and then the rest will come over time as you get more confident with that and the chord changes. Is there, sorry, is there another instrument you would love to play? Drums, I absolutely love drums, but it's just so loud and so much going on. I can play a bit of drums, but yeah. Nylon or metal strings? I like playing steel string, but nylon guitars are great because they sound very relaxing and they're easy on the fingers. All right, let's announce one more winner and then I'll get to, can I play the solo of Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd? I have not tried that before, to be honest. So I will try to learn that in the future. It has been on the to-do list. All right, let's announce two more winners. All right, so these are for the custom printed picks. I've selected 2 winners for this. So for the custom printed picks, you know, like these are my custom printed picks. They have, you know, GuitarZero2Hero, and I got my like the emoji on it, and I got my name on them. They're a lot of fun. We have Zain Nas, and the last part of your email I think is 1168@gmail.com. Zain Nas. And the other winner for the custom printed picks is Taylah Barnsley. And the last part of your email is 2006@gmail.com. All right, so we'll move back to some questions. Congrats guys on those picks. More John Mayer tutorials. Yes, more John Mayer tutorials are on their way. How do I select the winner? Well, there was a lot of entrants, so there was 5,000 entrants, so I had to read through every single one. But I just picked the people who had, you know, answers that you know, that really spoke to me and were quite honest and open. Having said that, I mean, a lot of it was a luck of the draw as well. It was tricky to pick because there was just so many entrants, but yeah. Mayfire tutorials probably aren't coming. Mayfire's done, so maybe you can just try learning Mayfire using your ear. I have a Learn Songs by Ear video, so you can try that. Favorite Beatles song? Ooh, favorite Beatles song, that's a good one. That's so hard. You know, they have so many good songs. I would say, I really like Don't Let Me Down. I really like Here Comes the Sun. And I really like Something. So yeah, those are my favorites, I would say. Oh, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps is also an absolute banger. More Technique videos. Yeah, Technique videos will be coming in next year. I do want to mix things up and branch outside of you know, just song tutorials. So hopefully, yeah, you'll see more technique and theory videos. What do you think? A person who is 55 years old starts to play guitar and becomes a professional guitar player. I don't think it's impossible. No, not impossible at all. It's never too young to learn guitar. That's the great thing about this instrument. Sure, it might take a little longer. Sorry, but it's not impossible. If you have the motivation and the drive and the talent, then you know, anything's possible. So to that question, I would say, yeah, go for it. But I will say that you should set your expectations. If you do want to be a professional player, and you're starting at 55, you will need to work twice as hard as someone who's perhaps younger and a teen, because, you know, because life is probably a bit busier when you're that old, that age. So you need to be practicing, you know, if you want to become a professional player and you're that age, I think you need to be practicing at least 2 hours, and you need to get a in-person teacher as well. It's a lot harder to just sort of teach yourself. So go get some lessons in person, and supplement that with online learning, and yeah, you'll be able to do that. Do you have any scale tutorials? Are they worth to learn? Yes, scales. Yes, you have to learn scales. Scales are amazing if you want to learn how to improvise and write your own songs and that sort of thing. So scales are important. I would start with the minor pentatonic scale. Everyone learns that scale, and yes, it is boring, but you know, a lot of rock songs are based off that. Yeah, that scale. I'm just trying to think of all the songs that use that scale, and there's just so many to pick from. But yeah, minor pentatonic scale. Start there, and then slowly branch out to learning, you know, the major, minor scales and all that other stuff. But yeah, I'll be doing videos of that stuff in the future, hopefully. But a lot of that I also cover in the my premium membership as well. How to get started with that stuff. Favorite riff? Do I have a favorite riff? Oh, I haven't played that one in a while. Under the Bridge is one of the coolest. Riffs, I think. And that song, this is so good because there's so many different parts to it and so many different guitar elements to the song. If you're looking to get to that next level, you know, you're intermediate and you're like getting to intermediate stage, I would take a look at Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Are you a fan of The Last of Us video games? I haven't played them actually, but I heard the covers within those. I heard everyone talking about it, and I checked it out, and obviously Ellie's version of Take On Me was amazing, so I had to teach that. Any tips for how to sing and play at the same time? All right, singing and playing at the same time is a tricky one, but you know what? It all comes down to separating the two. If you don't know how to play the guitar part like the back of your hand, and you know, if you can't play it without looking down and, you know, thinking too hard about it, then it's going to be really tricky adding vocals to it. So learn the song on guitar to the point where you don't even need to think, and then slowly introduce the vocals by, you can write down the lyrics and then also note down where the chord changes are. That's going to help. Simplifying the strumming pattern as well. Don't make things too difficult. So I know, I'm trying to think of an example here. Anyway, no, I can't think of one right now, but yeah, you should really just try to separate the two, and then that will make things easier to bring together. One of my favorite songs to sing is Everlong. That's a tricky one to sing because there's a lot of accents and stuff going on, but the only way I could play that and sing it at the same time is to master the guitar part and then try singing. Don't try doing both at the same time. That's going to take a long, long time. Can I play Hotel California? I can, and I will do a tutorial on that in the future, but what's the... I'm just trying to remember the solo. It's been a long time since I've played it, but yes, I will do a tutorial for that in the future. Yeah, I can't remember that solo, but... Cool. Will you do Let Her Cry One Day? I haven't heard that song, so I don't have to check that one out. Where do I buy the premium package? I want to get it for Christmas. Well, you can just go to members. Or GuitarZero2Hero.com/premium, and you can check out my premium course there. Let's announce another winner. I'll announce the next 2 winners, and then we'll take some more questions, and then I'll go to, I'll announce the last 2 winners. So the next 2 winners, for the next prize, it's the Boss RC5 looper pedal. And the winner here is Richard Lum. So the last part of your email is lum@bigpond.com. Congrats, Richard. You are the winner of the RC5. And the Boss Katana 50 Mark II. The winner there is Josh Wardrobe, I believe. And the last part of your email is robe@gmail.com. So congrats, guys, on those wins. Let's move on to some more questions. Do you have any tips on playing B major? B majors are tricky. Yeah, let me get the acoustic. Okay, B major. You can play B major like this or like this. There's 2 different ways, right? But the first method involves using these 3 fingers, your middle ring and pinky finger, on the 4th frets of the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, and then using your index just to hit the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So that's the first B. And one tip here is that you don't necessarily need to bar that finger, right? If you just focus on those middle 4 strings, then that's fine. And the other way to play a B major is to actually use your ring finger here as the bar. And that's a bit trickier, but it does work really well when you need to play bar chords, 5th string bar chords up here. And the other way you could play a B major is the same as an F chord. Oh, sorry. I'm still in drop D. Is to play the F bar chord shape, but just up at 7th and 9th frets. That's another way you can play B major. Okay. Dave, do you have a Vietnamese name? No, my legal name is actually David Tran. So yes, I was born in Australia, but my parents are from Vietnam. Yeah. What brands would you recommend for acoustic, respectively, electric? What brands do I recommend for acoustic? Well, there's a lot. So it really depends on what sort of level you're at. If you're a beginner, and I've done a video on some great guitars under 200, but if you're a beginner, Yamaha, Chord, Orangewood, and Fender make good acoustics, cheap acoustics as well. But those brands, Yamaha, I would say, is probably up there though. They make really good quality instruments at really affordable prices. But then if you want to go out to the higher end, my picks are Taylor, Martin, and I really like Cole Clark as well. Yes, how many guitars do I have? I'd say anywhere between 10 to 15. What inspired me to teach? Well, I'm not sure if you watched my 1 million subscriber video, but in that video I spoke about my journey, and I had taught some people in the past, but what really started it was when I was uploading chord charts on Ultimate Guitar, and a lot of people were viewing them, and I was seeing a lot of positive comments from there, so I decided to upload a video on YouTube for one of those chord sheets, which was a Mumford & Sons song, and then people, yeah, like I came back and then there was a couple of thousand views on it, so I was like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah, I just loved, you know, sharing that knowledge, and the rest is history. Faith guitars. I haven't actually tried Faith guitars yet, so I can't comment on them, but I hear they're really good, so yeah. I want to buy my first electric guitar. Any tips on what to look for? Tips for electric guitar. Well, you should, when you go into the store, I think you should head into your local store and talk to the guys there, because to be honest, everywhere around the world, there's going to be different availability. So I can't actually point you to a particular model or brand. Go into the store, talk to them, set a budget, and then tell them like, what's the best that I can get for this? And they're going to give you a few different options. And when it comes to electric guitar, the style that you play will really sort of determine what guitar you want, you get. I think a Strat is a great all-round guitar, but if you're getting a Strat with single coils, then it might not be the best for like heavy metal or rock guitar. You might be wanting to look at, you know, something with humbuckers on them or something like that. So there's a few tips for you, but yeah, good luck with that. But yeah, the best thing is to just go and chat to the local store and see what they have in mind. Yeah, Polyphia is amazing. Like Tim Henson's guitar playing just blows my mind. Maybe I'll try to learn that one day and do a video on that. But yeah, Polyphia is amazing, incredible. What do you think about Harley Benton's acoustic guitar? I've never played Harley Benton, so I can't comment on them, but I've heard good things. You were one of the reasons I picked up guitar. That's awesome. Thanks, Aaron. I'm glad I could help. Wow, thank you, Jack. Say it ain't so, Weezer. Thank you, Jack. I really appreciate that donation. That's so kind of you. Say It Ain't So by Weezer. I have not taught that before. I'm trying to think in my head what song it is, because it's on the tip of my tongue. I know it's very familiar, but yeah, I'll have to look into that and I'll perhaps do a tutorial. Thank you for the generous donation. Can you play this Let It Be solo from the Beatles? I'm just going off the top of my head here because I can't quite remember. Something like that. Anyway, I have a full tutorial of it in my YouTube channel, so you can do that. Yeah. Your opinions on the Do? Is that the guy who does? He's like a crazy shredder. There's like funny YouTube videos. I think I've seen a couple of his videos. He is insanely good. Like, yeah, he's awesome. I haven't watched much of his stuff though. Can you play Shape of My Heart by Sting? Again, I have taught this on my channel, but you know, when I learn these songs, I learn them and I know them for a brief amount of time, but if I don't play them for a while, I obviously forget them, but I think it was something something like that. It has been a while since I've played it, but that is an awesome song. I have a tutorial for that. You can check it out in my channel. Can you do Cocaine by Eric Clapton? I do want to do that in the future. I'll do that in the future, I think. I don't know how to play it exactly, but yeah, that's an awesome song. What is the best import guitar that you've ever played? The Orange Woods, but the Orange Woods only sell in US, but that's, I guess that was imported because I'm in Australia. They sent that to me for a review, and those are one of the best guitars. They're incredible for the price point. So if you live in the States, you're quite lucky to be able to get Orange Woods. Can you play Angie? I don't know Angie on the guitar. I've never learnt that. That's Rolling Stones, right? Oh, Canada now too, which is great. Say You Won't Let Go. Damn, I can't even remember how to play that anymore. Yep, I can't remember how to play that song. I could probably just look it up right now. Bear with me, guys. We'll be announcing the last two winners and in a sec. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And if you want me to do more of these live streams, that would, that would be cool. Like, just let me know. There we go. It's been a while. I met you in the dark. You lit me up. Something like that. Yeah. I know you've been commenting that for a while now, so I thought I'd just play that. I am not much of a singer, by the way, guys. That's why I choose not to sing in my tutorials. I get other people to do that. Wonderwall with no capo. You have to play Wonderwall with a capo. Yeah. Capo needs to be on too, but you can play it without a capo. You just will be singing lower. Do I prefer acoustic or electric? I like both equally. Sorry. Obviously, I teach on acoustic guitar a lot more, but I love the expression, how expressive electric guitar is, and what you can do with it. And playing live and rocking out on electric guitar is a lot more fun than on the acoustic. Can you play Banana Pancakes? I think it's that, yeah. Something like that. We can pretend that all the time. That's been a long time since I've played that as well. Never Going Back Again, Fleetwood Mac. That is on the to-do list. Do more live streams. I would love to do more live streams. I think this is a lot of fun. And if you guys want me to do more live streams, then please let me know. Any other questions, guys? Can you play Blackbird? Yes. That is another, like, for people who want to, like, get into fingerpicking and fingerstyle in general, start, like, learning Blackbird. That is a masterpiece. It's a must if you want to be able to play fingerstyle or fingerpicking songs. Thank you for the donation. Dufelistic. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, appreciate it a lot. That's very generous of you. Is there a specific reason why I haven't made Stairway to Heaven yet? No, there isn't a specific reason. I will be doing... I guess the only reason why is because I want to wait. I wanted to make the best tutorial possible. So I will be doing it next year. Great song. Amazing song. Something like that. Neon, can I play Neon? It's for... Actually, I'm not even gonna bother tuning for that. I can play Neon, obviously, but I haven't practiced in a while, so it will be pretty sloppy. Alright. Can you play Shape of You and sing at the same time? Well, yeah, I can't remember how to play it, but yes, I should be able to. Like, when you learn a song, when you get at a certain point of guitar and you can confidently learn a song, then adding singing at the same time isn't actually that hard. Yeah. Why don't you play your forever guitar, Taylor? Oh, I just like mixing things up. The Taylor's in a case right now, so you know, I just play guitar. I mix guitars up. It's just one of those things. I don't stick to one guitar all the time. Because I love them all equally. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Zozord. Very generous of you. Do you plan on adding more lessons on the Guitar Premium course in the near future? Yes, I am planning on that. In fact, this over the last couple of weeks, in the next few weeks, I'm filming a whole bunch of new videos for the Premium course, and I'm going to be really busy with those. So that's the next few weeks. I won't be uploading too many tutorials on the channel, but stuff will be coming still. Play upside down like this, like left-handed. I don't think I could. This is very hard. Let me try to play Zombie by the Cranberries. No, this is impossible. I don't want to waste your time, guys. Bassmaster, thank you so much for the lovely super chat. Congrats. Want to let you know that you inspire me to pick up my dusty guitar lately, so thanks. Do you play any R&B songs? What's the hardest you learnt? I haven't played much R&B, to be honest. But the other day, me and my friend were playing, I think it's Best Part by her. And that's just a beautiful song. And jamming on top of that was a lot of fun. So yeah, Neo Soul. Neo Soul's not really like a style that I'm super across or knowledgeable on. But it's something that I do want to learn a bit more of. It's a really cool style. Are you in touch with any of your old band members? Yes, all my old band members are still some of my best friends. So yeah, definitely. Tips on palm slapping? Well, depends on what you're doing. Like if you're just doing a finger picking slap like that, the best tip is to slap your hand into place so your fingers slide under the strings that they're going to be hitting next. So don't do this, because then you're going to need to pull your fingers up underneath those strings anyway. So that's not efficient. You drop your hand on and slide those fingers right underneath where they need to be. And then most of that sound actually comes from the side of your thumb, right? When your thumb hits the 6th and the 5th strings, and in turn the string hits the fret strip, that's where you actually get that mute sound, or that snare sound, percussive sound. Can you play Faith by... Thank you, Michael, for the super chat. Can you play Faith by George Michael? I haven't learnt that, but I will see what I can do in the future. Can I do Thunderstruck? All right, let me try to do Thunderstruck. It's been a while since I've done Thunderstruck, but it's a fun one. It's actually a pretty good... It's actually a pretty good hammer-on pull-off exercise. Something like that. I can't remember the rhythm for that, but yeah, that's Thunderstruck. It's actually a really good riff for learning hammer-ons and pull-offs. Favorite acoustic song at the moment. Favorite acoustic song at the moment. Ooh, what is my favorite acoustic song at the moment? That's a really tricky one. I'll have to get back to you on that. What was the first song that you ever learned? Nothing Else Matters is one of those songs. Can you play Don't Let Me Down? I actually haven't learnt it, but I'll tell you what, Don't Let Me Down is awesome because it's like 2 chords, I'm pretty sure. I think it's F sharp minor and E. So, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Something like that. I think it's just 2 chords the whole way through, F sharp minor and E, which is awesome. Also, if you watch my Boss RC5 video, at the end of that video, I teach one of the best exercises for learning triads, and it uses those 2 chord progressions, and you can just jam on it, and you learn your triads, and you can improvise on top of it, and it's a lot of fun. And it really helped me. I came up with that exercise and when I was trying to learn triads, and I was like, this is so much fun. And it really will help you with your improvisation and knowledge of triads up the fretboard. So give that a go if you are more of an intermediate player looking to improve. Can I do a microphone giveaway? Maybe in the future, but there's no microphones being given away this time round. What hair conditioner do I use? I couldn't tell you what conditioner I use. I just use whatever is available. Tips to get a girlfriend. Play guitar. Nah. Just be confident. Be confident. Be a good person. And yeah, you'll get a girlfriend. And yeah, don't be shy as well. You need to talk to them in order to actually get their attention too. Tips for palm muting. Yeah, let's talk about palm muting. Palm muting's a good one. And then I'll announce the next, the winners, the last 2 winners afterwards. So let's talk about palm muting. All right. So one of the best songs for palm muting that I like to use as an example is the A theme. Something like that. All right, palm muting. Let's talk about that. So the thing that people usually get wrong when it comes to palm muting is they think that they need to pluck or strum all the strings. But that is incorrect, all right? When you palm mute, what I suggest is that you only focus on the bass notes of whatever chord you're playing. So if we're playing a G, right? G shape, I would only focus on palm muting the top 2 or 3 strings. And that goes with the up strum as well. So keep your range of motion short. And that's how you're gonna get a nice palm mute. If I'm gonna try to strum all the strings on my palm mute, it just sounds terrible. The other thing is that you don't necessarily need to plant your palm here and keep it there the whole time. You can just, what I do is I allow my hand to move, but I'm keeping contact with those strings all the time. All right, so you can allow your hand to move up and down whilst you're brushing over those strings. You don't have to keep it planted and anchor it at that point. You can have some free movement, but just as long as that side of that palm is touching those strings, then you'll be all right. So those are my palm muting tips right there, okay? Reduce your range of motion, focus on the bass notes of your chord. I would just completely ignore the first, second, and third strings when palm muting, and that way you'll get a really nice palm mute. Do you have a classical guitar? Yes, I have. I have a Taylor 12 EN nylon there, and that I really like the Taylor classical. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it. Slow dancing in a burning room. That as I said, that tutorial is coming. That tutorial is coming. Whoa. Whoa. My tone's really low down. No wonder it sounds so muffly. This is such a great song. Yeah, slow dancing is coming. I love like looping on that as well. So I will talk about how to loop on top of it when I come. Yeah, that's all happening next year. Can I list all the winners so far? Yes. And in fact, yeah, I'll announce the last 2 winners as well. And then I'll continue answering some questions if you want me to. but otherwise I might call it after that. So far the winners are, for the Lego Fender set, we have Paul Alrdrin. For the Journey Instruments OF422, we have Ryan Macloud. Last part of your email is macloud@gmail.com. And for Paul Alrdrin, the last part was enriquez@gmail.com. For the $100 Amazon gift voucher, we had British Mukherjee. And the last part of your email was 18@gmail.com. For the winner of the 3 sets of Elixir strings, we had Vanessa Gundlach. And the last part of your email, which was cuscer@gmail.com. For the custom printed picks, we had 2 winners. Where's Zain Nas? Last part of your email is 1168, I think, @gmail.com. Taylah Barnsley. Last part of your email is 2006@gmail.com. For the Boss RC5, we had Richard Lum. Last part of your email is lum@bigpond.com. The winner of the Boss Katana Mark II is Josh Wardrobe. Last part of your email is robe@gmail.com. And so that brings us to our last 2 prizes, which are the Spark, the Positive Grid Spark, and the Taylor GS Mini, which is, I would say, in a way, the grand prize. So for this Spark, we had Kate Skorski. So congrats, Kate. And the last part of your email is ski@outlook.com. And for the winner of the Taylor GS Mini, we have, drumroll, we have Danny Della Torre. And the last part of your email is torre@outlook.com. So congratulations, Danny. And again, congrats to all the winners. And I mean, I obviously wish everyone could win, but you know, there were 5,000 entries. There were only 9 prizes. I wish everyone could win in a perfect world, but you know, congrats to everyone who did. And thank you everyone who entered anyway. It really helps me to understand what you guys want to learn more of, and any problems that you guys might be having, and how I could help in the future. Any tips for playing heavy metal music? The one tip I have is for heavy metal music, you need to really, really dig into your rhythm. And that means learning your scales and practicing, like, hang on, let me get just like really basic exercises, like get a metronome up. This is for you metalheads out there who want to become like shredders. Now, I'm by no means a shredder, but like, you know, this is like the starting point where you want to kind of get to. You want to focus on speed and accuracy. Metal is a lot of speed and accuracy, so using a metronome is really important. So something like that, like it's as simple as getting a metronome. This is 100 BPM and doing chromatic scales up and down. It might be boring, but your skills will develop really fast when it comes to accuracy and speed. And that's just a down up picking motion, and you're just playing 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 like that. And you're playing at 16th notes, so on every click you want to have hit 4 notes. So on every click you're starting on a new string. Something like that. Exercises like that, exercises like just normal pentatonic scale runs. Stuff like that is going to really help you with your metal playing if you're a beginner. And then also just learning songs, like Metallica songs are really great because a lot of them are somewhat simple. that's it. Fade to black. Yeah, what metronome are you using? This is just a Soundbrenner metronome. It's a free app, awesome metronome, so I'd really recommend that. Thank you, Douglas, really appreciate it. Highway to Hell. Something like that. If you have trouble pressing 12 gauge, it's okay to switch to 10 gauge strings. Yes, but you probably will need to get your guitar set up to adjust to the new gauge of the string. So if you are changing gauge on your guitar, I would take that into the store and say, hey, can you set this guitar up for this new gauge? It will help, but a lot of the time, it's a technique thing rather than a string gauge thing. The way you play has more to do with, the finger strength and all that rather than the strings. But it is something you could try. If you are really struggling as well, then learning on a nylon string guitar also helps. Cool. All right, guys. Can you do an acoustic tutorial of Slow Dancing in a Burning Room? Yeah, the tutorials of Slow Dancing in a Burning Room are coming next year. I will be doing a few different versions of it, so I'll cater to everyone who will want to play that. Is slide noise normal when changing chords? Yes, and that's just something that will reduce over time, but it is completely normal. Even when I play, you can still sometimes hear the string noise and all that. Cool. All right. Will you take a break over the holidays? Yes and no. Well, yeah, I am doing a short break in January, but for the next 3 weeks, I have a whole bunch of work to do. I'm very busy. Yeah, always busy, which is a good thing. But I love what I do, so it's okay. But I will be doing, I think, a week break in January with my wife. Can you play Roller Coaster from Danny Vera? I can't remember how to play that, but I do have a tutorial for it, so you can check that out. As I said, a lot of these songs I learn, and then because I don't play them for a long time, they just kind of like slip out of my mind. But I would be able to pick it back up if I had the tabs in front of me. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up now because yeah, I've been talking for a long time now. But I just want to thank everyone so much for entering in the giveaway. Congrats to all the winners. And yeah, a big thank you to everyone for supporting me over the last 6 years. It's really meant a lot. I hope I've been able to teach you lots of things. Yeah, and if you want to see more live stuff, then let me know. I think these are fun. I might do them every now and then because it is great interacting with you guys and yeah, in this one, I guess it's not a one-on-one, but like, in this live setting where, you can get immediate feedback and whatnot. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holidays. And what's coming up? I have 2 tutorials for Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton coming up. So those are going to be a lot of fun. Really simple song, but sounds so amazing. So Wonderful Tonight's coming. And yeah, have a Merry Christmas, guys. I'm going to wrap it up now. I keep talking for so, I can't stop talking, but yeah, I will call it now. Again, thank you for all, to everyone who entered. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Thank you so much.